The shadow within me, the sorrow at my feet. The shadow within me, gonna lead the revival, the simple survival. Watch your shadow within me, the sorrow at my feet. Gonna lead the revival, the simple survival. The shadow within me, the sorrow at my feet. Gonna lead the revival, the simple survival. Watch your name, the shadow within me, the sorrow at my feet. Gonna lead the revival. Lost in the shade, take away what I wanna take away the day. You don't believe in me, you don't believe in me. Until you got what you wanna see the end in me.
Let me take a minute and go over my gear. This is a watertight box, got an O-ring seal. It should keep my camera gear dry and safe. And speaking of camera gear, this is a Gorilla Pod, I do believe is what they call it. 3 legs, bends any direction you need it to, and it'll allow you to put your camera pretty much anywhere. I guess I don't need to tell you that this is a flashlight, and I'll be using it for nighttime filming only. And I will not be walking around in the dark with this. This is a little thing of mosquito spray, because where I'm going, they are terrible, and some of them you can actually see flying through the air, so that's a must. This is disposable toothbrushes. Get over it. I want to brush my teeth. This is a small medical kit. I don't know what's in it because it's still in the package. A friend of mine's dad, who works for Plains Pipeline, there's a free plug-in, gave it to me, bringing it along. Bottle of Zyrtec. My allergies suck, and you don't want to watch me sniffling and running snot everywhere while trying to do this. Standard handkerchief. Nothing fancy about it. Just a bag I have laying around. Nothing really in it. Nothing special about it either. But the star of the show, United Cutlery M48 Tomahawk. I bought this thing a year or so ago to learn to throw tomahawks, which if you never did that before, it is striking how much fun it is. Although I would not suggest you buy a cheap tomahawk to learn to throw. Reason being is you're going to be really bad at it. But that being said, this one I've bounced off of trees, through gravel driveways, actually across the road one time, and I almost forgot, I hit a stray cement block with it, which I have no idea how that got there. And it's fine. The blade stays really sharp. This point, I work in a mechanic shop, and I took this out to the junkyard. Not on a customer's car. Let's get that settled before I go any further with this story. And just a little swing about the pressure you use to start a nail. I put it through the car hood this far, so this is pretty amazing. It's been great. I haven't actually used it for anything other than throwing, so we'll see how it actually does in a real life situation. But you may have noticed that there are no fire starting devices such as a lighter, magnesium, flint, anything. I'm going to try a couple techniques to get a fire going that some of them I've tried, and some of them I've just seen and or read about. But yeah, that's it. There's nothing hidden in this handkerchief, and there's nothing in this bag at all. It's day of, and I'm walking in. My biggest concern right now is it rained last night. As you know, when it rains, things get wet. It's hard enough starting a fire in completely dry conditions. I would say it's at least 100% harder to start a fire with wet conditions. I want to take every opportunity I can to get some dry tinder. I don't know what this stuff's called. I call it nut brush. It's very flammable though, I know, because I burned a whole field of it down one time with a smoke bomb on accident as a child. You gotta have a good tinder bundle if you're gonna even attempt to have a fire, or you'll be wasting your time. This is wet right now from the dew, but this looks like, maybe they call it milk thistle, I'm not real sure. Anyways, I don't really care what it's called. This looks like great tinder material. More tinder. This is tree just fell down, died, or dying, regardless. This is all dead. Really hairy, and it would I've seen a lot of people freak out whenever they see these trees to get it for tinder, and it seems to work pretty well for them. This is a great little find. Blackberries. You gotta take whatever food you can get wherever. So I'll put a couple of these in my pocket and save them for later. I gotta tell you, those blackberries are bitter as hell. I don't know why. Maybe it's because where they're growing. But some food's better than no food at all, right? Here's a little update. The blackberries that I just picked up about 5 minutes ago got smashed in my pocket. Lesson number 1, you pick your berries, carry them outside of your pockets. Or I can just leave them in these pants for 2 weeks and I have wine. I just run upon something that I really need to take advantage of. There is a dead fish, that little white speck. It's a dead fish. I'm going to go grab it. Maybe I can use it for bait. It's too dead for me to even think about eating.